Hello. Good morning, Seaside. Please give a hand for our band, the incredible Seaside Band. So I'd like to invite you to come in and take your seat whenever you have an opportunity. If you can find a spot available, that'd be great. And for those of you that don't know, my name is Doug Sutton, and I have the great honor of delivering our announcements today. And first off, I want to welcome Rosedale Jones, who will be coming out and holding light for us today, the divine, amazing Rosedale Jones. She'll be sitting in the back of the room, holding space, knowing that everything's unfolding perfectly in the service here today. And in case you were not aware, we actually have over 50 active practitioners here at Seaside Center, and they're always available to hold space for you, invest some time one-on-one with you, and give you any type of prayer or spiritual mind treatment that you may request for any area of your life. And of course, there is the place in the back where you can actually write and have a prayer request for yourself. There are so many incredible opportunities to connect here at Seaside, and one of the things I invite you to do is look at your program and just see what's going on throughout the weeks. The services here that Reverend Christian has on Sunday mornings are absolutely amazing and incredible. And in addition to that, there's literally something going on here every single day of the week. And what I find to be true is that the more I connect to this work and allow myself to become immersed into it, greater and greater things happen. And it's almost like this thing that just keeps speeding up, if you will. And there's more and more just incredible things always coming in. As far as announcements, this Saturday, we're actually hosting our first annual Special Needs Resource Fair, and it's a great event that's going to be put on Saturday, May 17th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. here at Seaside Center. And it's a free event for the public, and you can join us for a fun and informative day for the whole family to enjoy. And the intention of this is to support families with all types of special needs while the children participate in a variety of child-friendly activities, and they're going to have an opportunity to spend time at each vendor station. We actually have over 40 vendors that are going to be here this Saturday participating. There's going to be prizes and drawings. So if you know anyone, in addition to yourself, that could benefit from a special needs fair, please invite them to come into Seaside. Also, Youth and Family Ministries, Reverend Lori Sheets has an announcement she'd like to make for that. Please welcome Lori.
Dominic is joining me.
Hi, guys. I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there.
So I got to thinking, what if you want to have all-you-can-eat soup and salad? Do not focus on the parrot. All-you-can-eat soup and salad and help our teens with their fundraising for camp.
Well, is it?
Where are you going to go?
This Friday, we're going to the soup plantation down in Encinitas.
Exactly. We're going to have a community dinner between 5 and 8 and also raise funds. So how am I going to remember that? I don't even remember where my keys are.
Well, Well, all you need to know is on this paper. It's from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
All right.
And half of the proceeds are going to go to the teen camp.
And we may auction off this parrot as well. We'll see you there on Friday.
And if you didn't know, Soup Plantation is actually on the corner of El Camino Real and Encinitas Boulevard. It's on the northeast corner. Great food, great times. I'll definitely be there, so it'll be a great opportunity for you to connect with amazing, like-minded people and have some great food and contribute and give back to these teens and allow them to go to teen camp, and it's really going to help them have that opportunity. Also, we have Gourmets for God. Is Cindy Dietz and Bill Siemens around? Oh, there they are. Hey, guys.
Hey, Bill, how do we sign up for Gourmets for God? Do you see Cindy Epstein out there anywhere? Woo!
Stop at the table in the back. Next Sunday's the last week to sign up to host, so stop today, get your forms. We're looking forward to having a whole lot of really fun parties. Thanks. They're having one on the boat.
So again, there's just one more week to sign up for this. If you want to host a party, it's an awesome opportunity. And you can think of anything: beach cruises, sunset cruises, beach parties. I'm actually thinking about having a bonfire at the beach, so whatever you want to think of. And in addition to that, we actually have our cookbooks, and that's a perfect opportunity for you to think of if you're not really sure what you would want to host for and what you would want to cook for your party. The cookbooks are available in the back. They're a great Mother's Day gift. And again, if you're looking for creative ideas on what you would serve for your Gourmets for God, if you were to host, there's some great ideas in there. And those recipes all come from members here at Seaside. So anyway, and Seaside Sisters always has amazing things going on. And with that, I want to bring up Callie here so she can share what she has going on.
Oh, good morning, beautiful ladies. So good to see you. Today we're honoring the divine feminine in all women, not just mothers. We're all the caretakers of the world. And we join together in this collective celebration to honor the natural instincts that we have to care for things greater than ourselves. So we honor also the children, which we all are, that taught us how to love and teach us how to be love and to love ourselves. So with this in mind, the Seaside Sisters this month is about self-care and self-love so that we can continue to give and to care and to nurture from the overflow. So we have 3 opportunities for you this week. If you can give yourself just an hour and a half, we're doing our monthly circle, which I'm leading on feminine transformation, right here in the Rose Room on Wednesday morning at 9:30. Or if you have a little more time, next Sunday, right here in the garden, immediately following service, we're doing self-care as a spiritual practice retreat that includes lunch with Susie Lula and myself. And if you're really looking for a full-on soul restorative opportunity, I have the honor of doing the 5th annual Costa Rica Yoga Retreat. This might be my last year I've done it. It'll be about 5 years now. And it's 10 days with Christian and I in Costa Rica doing yoga and an adventure. And if that speaks to you as a woman and you need that restorative time, please stop by my table and pick up more information on these self-care opportunities and allow me the opportunity to give you a hug on this wonderful day of feminine transformation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Callie. And again, happy Mother's Day to you and all the other amazing moms out there. It's opportunities like that that sometimes make me wish I was a woman. I mean, not like in that respect, but just to have opportunities to have great events and communities to be able to tap into. So I'm happy being a man, don't get me wrong. And at the same time, though, it would be great. And there's so many great things for the women in this community to be able to tap into. And I honor what it is that you do, and for any of the women that are in here to be able to plug into that. Again, it's just a great way to build community and connect with other people and support one another in creating the life that you truly want to have for yourself. And again, if I'm a woman, I couldn't think of a better way to which I'm not, to have an opportunity to plug into that. So also, Seaside ambassadors, Keith Russell, are you around here somewhere? Where you at? Stand up, please. We are looking for ambassadors here at Seaside Center, and it's a great way for you to meet new people, greet new members as they come into Seaside Center, and also, again, so men can actually do this too, and women. So if you are a man and you couldn't do that and you want something to plug into, that's a great one. And so see Keith in the back. It's a great way, again, for you to contribute, give back, welcome people in here, and again, just have a great way to connect with other people. Oh, and by the way, there is a class going on. The education calendar in the back is always back there, so you can see the upcoming classes, see if something stands out for you and all that. But there's a class, Mind-Body Connection, that's going on with Reverend Lori Sheets. I'm in it. It's on Thursdays. It just started last week. So if you want to plug into that, you're welcome to, and you could take the class with me. It's from 6:30 to 9, and it goes until June 19th. So with that being said, please stand up, greet your neighbor, and have an amazing Mother's Day.
There we go. Please remain standing. Time for our congregational song. Together we're singing, "We Let It Be, We Let It Be."
Let the rain wash over us. The love. Some people do this. We let the love wash over us. We let it be.
We let the love wash
over us. We let it be. All right, we let the joy. The joy wash over us. We let it be. Let the joy. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. All right, Bob, show us some joy. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. The peace. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let the grace. We let the grace wash over us. We let it be. One more grace, come on, grace. We let the grace wash over us. We let it be. I think it's love now. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. One more time now. We let, come on everybody, the love wash over us. We let it be.
Ooh, I like that. Feels good. Hey, good morning, Seaside. What a joy it is to be with you on this Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all you moms that are among us. What a joy and honor to have you here, and it's fun to see all the moms bring the kids with them. That is just fabulous, and even at the first service, we had moms to be bringing kids with them, so it is a lot of fun. And the flowers and roses are from our youth and family ministry, and so that is a gift to you for being a presence. And I didn't get a rose, and I assure you I've been called a mother a few times in my life. Well, with that said, this is where we welcome everybody, moms or otherwise. And just know that you're welcomed as an expression of the divine, the presence of God, to enter in today a service of grace and love and the wonderful presence. All are welcome. It is a home where it is without judgment. It is a place that is caring and compassionate. And to move us deeper into that place of experiencing that presence, because we believe Spirit first in all things, is a wonderful practitioner by the name of Brian Atkins. Take us a little bit deeper into that heart.
Please join me in the stillness. And I know that God is all there is. And I know that God is right here, right this very moment, expressing itself through each and every one of us here at Seaside today. Each of us is that divine expression, expressing itself in our own way. Like the colors of the rainbow, each of us is that unique divine expression. And I give thanks in advance in knowing that it's on this glorious Mother's Day, the day where we give honor to that divine essence that gave us this wonderful gift called life. I know that each of us has a joyous, bonding, loving, supportive day. And I give thanks in advance in knowing that each of us here at Seaside today receives exactly that which we are here for. As the words flow forth from Reverend Christian Sorensen's lips, each of us is touched. Each of us receives that shift that we are here for. Each of us grows. And we in turn go out into the world and spread that onto others, and consciousness expands throughout the world. And so I simply turn this time over to the hands of God and know that it is perfect. And so it is.
Love is a never-ending circle, and there's room inside, enough for all of us. Open your arms up wide. Love is a never-ending circle. It goes on and on, joining us all in a common bond. It goes on. It goes on and on, and it goes on and on. It goes on and on. It goes on. Ooh.
Thank you, Reverend Fran, for reminding us of that beautiful circle of love that we celebrate on this Mother's Day. And thank you, Practitioner Brian Atkins, for praying us in so beautifully this morning. Thank you. Good morning. I'm Reverend Christina Tillotson, and it's my honor to again welcome you, especially if you're new on this amazing Mother's Day. This is the 100th anniversary of Mother's Day in this country, and it's spread throughout the world. So thank you for shining your light and your love with us on this Mother's Day. If you're new, we have a special gift packet for you out the back door. Please pick it up. It has all kinds of goodies and gift certificates to the bookstore that to show our appreciation for you being here and sharing your light and your love with us today on this Mother's Day, because we are actually a part of a larger spiritual community called Centers for Spiritual Living, whose vision is the spiritual to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence for a world that works for everybody. So, and we have centers in the Ukraine, we have centers in South Africa, We are part of that. And this is a philosophy and a faith and a way of life that takes all of the ancient and modern wisdom of the world from all of the great enlightened ones and science and psychology and puts it together in a way that not only enhances our own lives, but truly, truly makes the world a world that works for everyone. So thank you for being here and being a part of this on this Mother's Day. And also on this Mother's Day, the Wellness Support Group will actually meet today. So if you're not taking your mother out for brunch, please come and meet us in the Quimby room right after around 12:30. What we do is we support each other in our wellness intentions for 2014, and some of them think they might want to go out to brunch together, so we might go to the Native Foods Cafe and have a healthy brunch. So please join us. We'll make that decision by 12:45. And speaking of wellness, I want to acknowledge Vivian Chandler, who is out of her wheelchair today. She is walking around for the first time in, 2 years? Anyway, so wellness, wellness, boy, talk about wellness intentions. So, and today on this Mother's Day, dedicated to all mothers, whether they're here on the planet or like mine on the other side, this is a poem from Maddie Stepanek, who, of course, most of you know, had a very rare form of muscular dystrophy, started writing poetry, dictating it actually when he was 3, and he truly had that grace of the presence of God through him, no matter what his physical challenges were. And this is what he wrote about mother. An angel through my mommy. At the age of 10, he wrote this. Boy, talk about the grace of God. My mommy comes through in many different ways. She sees through the eyes of an angel, with which everything and everyone is somehow beautiful. She feels through the touch of an angel and knows which touches are good or bad. She helps through the care of an angel, being there for me in my life and for every friend and kin. She acts through the spirit of an angel, knowing when to comfort, when to laugh, and to cry. My mommy comes through in many different ways. And in all of them, the world is blessed through the life of an angel, my mommy. Oh, so let's go into prayer, just feeling that light and that love of that angel, mommy, energy through this country and this planet today. Turning within to that light, that wisdom, that grace of spirit that is through and as all of its creation, through and as every single being, whether it's a mother or a father or a child or an animal or a plant or a cell or a galaxy. It is all that light and that love and that grace of spirit through and as all of its creation. And that is who I am right here and right now, and each one here is that light and that love and that perfection and that grace of spirit right here and right now, or for those of us who are moms or on the other side, through them. It's through all. And so I am absolutely knowing in this sacred time and place together that grace and that love and that light and that care of that feminine energy of spirit just absolutely is embodied in this sacred place. That grace just flows through every cell of every being here and flows out into this world and into this universe, just knowing that grace and that love and that perfection of spirit is all there is. And that's all that any of us need to know. And for this grace and for this light and for this love of spirit that is here and right now, through all of us and through our moms and through all of creation, I'm just so grateful as I release this word to the law, absolutely knowing that it is now done in perfect grace. And so it is. Amen.
It's on, right? Okay. Good morning. How are you? Thank you, Dr. Christina. Thank you. And Lynn Willard, thank you very much. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? Prayers and it's Happy Mother's Day. Listen, I just wanted to say something, a little word. My mother, when I was growing up, I wanted to play tetherball. Now, just think about that. I mean, is that a profession? I don't really know. But I heard my girlfriend over there across the way playing tetherball, and the ting, ting, the clang, and she said, no, you must practice your piano first. I went. So I would hurry through the lessons, and I would just, hurry as fast as I could. But I want to just say, thanks, Mom, because here I am today, right? And I'm not playing tetherball. Anyway, I wanted to announce something else. There's so many things to do, so many activities to do at Seaside, and there's always a place for every single person. That's what, when I first came here 8 years ago, I knew this is the right spot. The diverse activities, I could go this way and that way and every which way. One of the things that, though, gets my heart is Wednesday night, choir practice. We are taking new members. If you feel like singing a song, please come and see us in the Rose Room at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We don't usually take choir members right in the middle, right before Easter, because it would frustrate you. See, but if you come now, this is the time. We're kind of in a hiatus right now before performances. So please come and join us. Anyone, everyone who can even sing "Row, Row, Row Your Boat," and I know you can sing because I sing "I Release" every Sunday, and you are just shouting it out. See, so every one of you should be in the choir. We'll just have to get more chairs, okay? And the choir is fun. Really, it is fun. We eat, we talk. We don't really rehearse too much. So come on, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock on Wednesdays. Then the other thing is the choir is hosting this beautiful jazz concert that Lynn Willard is a part of. And if you like what Lynn does, think of that expanded 14 times on this stage. And Hal's going to do lights. Where are you, Hal? I know you said you were. Lights, right? You remember? Okay. So with that regard, our guest artist today is Nathan Fry and Janice Edwards. And they're playing in Hillcrest. And go on their website and find out where. Janice did a whole advertisement last Sunday, but you don't have time because I took her time. So, oops, I'm sorry, Carl. So I'm going to help her sing, and now be quiet. And Janice, would you give another hand for Janice?
Don't you just love her?
Times when you feel you can't go on and there's nothing left to give and you got no strength to carry on. Ooh, we've all been there before, so don't let it get you down. Turn it all around. Life is what you make it. The world is in your hands. It's the power of creation. It's there at your command. Life is what you make it. The precious gift for free. So use it now, don't waste it. And be what you want to be. There's a quiet place at the center of a storm. There are ways to make an obstacle a stepping stone. Ooh, it's all in your point of view, so don't let it get you down. Turn it all around. Life is what you make it. The world is in your hands. It's a power of creation. It's there at your command. Life is what you make it. Oh yeah. Precious gift for free. So use it now, don't waste it. world is in your hands.
The world is in your hands.
It's the power of creation.
Power of creation.
And it's there at your command.
Oh, at your command.
Life is what you make it.
Life is what you make it.
A precious gift for free.
A precious gift for free.
So use it now, don't waste it.
No, don't you waste it.
And be what you wanna be. Oh, life is what you make it. Oh, what you make it.
The world is in your hands.
The world is in your hands.
It's the power of creation. It's there at your command.
Life is what you make it. A precious gift for free.
So no use it now, don't waste it.
Oh, don't you waste it.
Be what you wanna be.
Oh, life is what you make it. What you make
The
it.
world is in your hands.
Right there at your hand.
It's the power of creation.
Oh, the power.
It's there at your command.
Oh, at your command.
Life is what you make. Life is what you make. Precious gift for free. Precious gift for free.
Use it now, don't waste it.
Don't waste it.
What you wanna be.
Life is what you make it.
Life is what you make
The
it.
world is in your hands.
Right there in your hand.
It's the power of creation.
Power of creation.
Oh, it's there at your command.
Right at your hand.
Life is what you make it.
Make it.
The precious gift for free.
So free. So free.
So you use it now, don't waste it. And be what you wanna be.
Hey, that is Janice Edwards, Nathan Fry, and you have Reverend Fran up there just lifting up that energy. That was fabulous, you guys. Hey, I'll tell you, first service got nothing like that rendition. That was fabulous. Good going. Hey, thanks, Carl. Appreciate all your support, too. That's good. Okay, so let's see. Mother's Day, and gosh, moms, they just create that field of grace, don't they? They are just a beautiful expression, and this morning is not about going into any of the mama drama issues. If you want, you can go to Herb's workshop in a couple weeks and deal with that. This is about those graceful memories and expressions of that divine mother, that feminine energy, that wonderful all-embracing goddess that we get to journey in. And as I began to take a look at this morning's message, and I start on Monday, or actually Sunday afternoon when I get down, I start entering the next field of what I'm going to be talking about. It was difficult to come up with the ideas on what I was going to talk about, and I won't say I was struggling, but I was working on it. What am I going to be saying? And then Thursday night, I went to a lemongrass salon right there in Encinitas for a oneness blessing. And it's a beautiful environment. They have this beautiful chamber, and it was just, you entered into this field of grace. And when you enter into the field of grace, there's just something, you smile. I mean, it's a wonderful thing. And what I got is, I can't figure out intellectually what I'm going to talk about in terms of grace, because grace is an experience that can only be experienced. And so what I hope today is that you may catch a glimmer of grace, that you may catch a glimpse of grace on what that grace is. And the thing with grace is it's about the heart space. It is about that love that is emanating and creating a field for you to enter in. And the Confucius said that wherever you go with your heart. Go with your heart, go with your love, go with a willingness to be in that divine field. And so as I think about moms today, they enter into this motherhood with that sense of grace and love and caring and compassion and all the high ideals and the gift that they're bringing to the world and the gift they're going to be to this gift that is coming into the world. And there's a beautiful story of Benjamin West. You may know this American-born artist, incredible artist, part of the Royal Academy in London. Famous paintings you would recognize. And at the age of 7, his mom and his sister asked him to watch his niece, and they were going out for a walk. And so the 7-year-old was watching his little niece, and he was brushing the flies off her face to keep the bugs. And the little girl, baby, just started giggling, and he grabbed a piece of paper, and he started drawing, and trying to capture that magical expression. And as his mom came back, he's like, he got caught drawing. It's like, and she could see his suspicion. What's up? Nothing. 7-year-olds, when they're nothing, something's up. And he said, here you go. And she looked at it and said, that's beautiful, honey, and gave him a big old kiss on the forehead. And next year for his birthday or for something, the cousins gave him some pens and paint and canvases. And one morning before school, he was up in the attic painting, and he forgot all about school. And the day passed, the mom realized Benjamin hadn't gone to school, and she was upset, and she went up into the attic. And just as she was about to lay into him, she saw the paintings. Wow. That's beautiful. And she just loaded him up with a bunch of kisses and said, I'll talk to your dad. Don't worry about that. And so this famous artist, as he was a grown man and his paintings were just renowned, would always say, it's my mom's kisses that made me a painter, when you're in that field of grace, when you're expressing the divine, when you're that vortex through which that Spirit moves, those ahs just show up in a natural kind of way, which is why if you want to experience grace in your life, it is essential that you continue to acknowledge that presence in your life, that you continue to recognize that presence and connect with that presence and be that place where your mind is continuously stayed on thee through your prayers. It was Gandhi who said that, in prayer is what connects you in the morning. It's the key to the morning. It's the bolt at night. He said, in prayer, it is better to have heart and no words than words and no heart. So what are you doing? You want to continuously and constantly remain connection. That's what devotion is about. Devotion is about constantly being that activity in which that presence of God is. And you can be devoted through praise. And praise and thanksgiving is honoring and acknowledging that presence and that life force and that love and that blessings of God that is everywhere. Where you look, you see it, and you know that it is true, that it is moving here and now. And as you continuously are in that field of grace, you become that place in which there is that emanation where you continue to catch more and more glimpses of that presence everywhere you look. Now, if you were, here you go, if you were to graduate from the university with a degree in, let's say, architecture, and you were going to go out and you're going to start a firm, wouldn't all your attention be on starting that firm, finding the location, finding an office, finding the partners, finding the capital, putting in the energy, finding the marketing, finding the people, and just constantly putting in what it takes? That's devotion. Imagine if you put that kind of energy into experiencing the presence in your life with everywhere you looked, everywhere you talked, everything that came out of your mouth was about this life force that animates all things. It would connect us because this grace is a field of interconnectedness. It is a field of oneness that recognizes that we are all somehow part of this divine emanation. We're part of that beloved, and we're that vortex through which that grace of God moves. And as you've come into this world, you put on this human suit. Your consciousness took on this earth suit to walk this world, because if you didn't have this, you couldn't walk this world. So you said, okay, count me in, I'll take that one. And I'll take her and him. That's my new mom. Thank you. And you come into this world, or whatever the arrangement is, that you get one of these. I know people line up to get one of these suits to enter this world because it is a place of Eden. It is a place where grace can be felt. And as you come into this world, the game is that you kind of leave your memory behind. You forget that you're still all connected. It seems like we're a bunch of separate bodies running around, but in this morphic genetic field, there is this connectedness, there is this oneness, and it is this field of grace. It used to be called the ether. It is this ethereal realm. It is this life force that we are part of, and this is how it is showing up at the level of your consciousness. And so what you are devoted to, which is praise, gratitude, love, that is what you begin to experience. And the more you seek God, the less room you have for seeking distractions. But if you are seeking the things of this world, if you're seeking the distractions, then you have less space to seek God and to be in that field of grace where the miracles and the wonders and the blessings that flow into life can occur. You get to decide what you're going to do with what comes up. Am I going to see God here, or am I going to come from my place, myself? my humanness. I think it was Abraham Lincoln. No one corrected me at the first service, so it may have been him who said this. Best way to conquer your enemies is to love them. They hate that. You know, my mom used to tell me that if you want to master your enemies, it's not through force, it's through forgiveness. She used to say sometimes good manners is just putting up with other people's bad manners. She used to tell me that, you know, the best thing a father could do for his children is to love his mother. Then she would say, and your dad's really good at that. That was my model. What I used to experience with my mom was her ability to hear. She had a way of listening that you knew she heard with her heart. And it wasn't just for me. She was a master spiritual counselor. She used to have 40 clients a week for 30 years. People would come down and sit with her, and she would just create this space, this field of grace that was safe. They knew that they could be truthful. They could express themselves. That it was a place without judgment. It was a place of understanding. It was a place of compassion. It was a place where the beloved was felt, that the expression of God moved. And so often what you get to be when you're activating that divine presence in your life, when you're devoted to be that place for the field of grace to be felt, you are that emanation. You're the place of transference. You are that vortex, that conduit through which that life force is felt in the world. For those who enter into that field of grace, they're able to go, wow, that's good stuff. Are you able to hear and to feel and sense? My mom said, Mom, I kind of set the stage for you. But never forget you're the playwright of your own story. And if you don't like that story, change it. And if it's really bad, you can always leave that story behind. You can walk out of a movie, a bad movie, if you don't like it. Nothing says you have to stay in there watching a horrible movie. You ever just stay in a theater because you paid for the ticket? Why? You don't have to stay in the bad story. Now, granted, there are some horrific things that happen in life. This week in the news, oh my goodness, Michelle Obama came out with a beautiful Mother's Day message to the moms in Nigeria. You know, the 270, 17, 18-year-old girls that were kidnapped from their high school. They were taken, they were abducted. It was almost a month ago. And a government that looked like they have not responded for, I don't know, whatever the reason, whether the young women should not be educated, it jeopardizes whatever the belief system is, or whether to be sold off into wherever. It's just horrendous. There are those individuals who have said yes to their dharma in this world, to be part of the warrior class and to do something about that. But I take a look at what those wounded warriors, when they come back, or those girls that would sit before me, and I've heard some stories in my day. This one young composer in New York, starting to make a career, is driving along in New York, bam, hit in the car, and his hand no longer worked. Natural disasters, divorce, Alzheimer's. I remember this one individual going through, and they just embraced it. You know, the Tao Te Ching says, you stand in the center and embrace death, and you shall live forever. Stand in your center and you embrace death, you embrace the challenge, you embrace the difficulty, and you shall live forever. You shall endure for everything. Man, that's crazy. I don't really get that. But you stop and you sit there in the meditation because you are devoted to going into that field of grace and God. All of a sudden, there's something that feels right about that. Sometimes things happen within our life. I remember Janet in the Ventura community that I was part of. She was taken, she was raped, she was shot in the head and left for dead, and she did not die. And I remember talking to her in her recovery and ready to deal with the anger issues. And she said, that guy took one night of my life and I refused to give him any more of my life, and did not hold on to that. I look at Vivian sitting here in the front row, just a little went wrong with some spinal operations, and 2 years later, but you know what? I've sat with Vivian, we have talked, you know, she has embraced this. You talk about standing in your center and embracing the death or the difficulty or the challenge and knowing that you will live forever. You know, Krishna told Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita that says, let your difficulties be your dharma. Let your difficulties be your lesson. Let your difficulties be your call. Let your difficulties be the place where your soul is going to stretch and you're going to learn. There may be a horrific experience that you had, and you can have it ruin you for the rest of your experience in this plane of existence. So you realize this is what I have, and the grace of God is omnipresent, which means it's right here in the difficulty. It means that right where I am, the full expression of God is, and if I am willing to stand in my center and know that the omnipresent expression of grace is right here in the midst, that I can begin to learn and grow and expand and embrace what is taking place here. That it is not a place that God is not in the grace of God, the love of God, the expression of God is fully present right there, and I'm going to stand there and find the gift in this mess. You get to be that place. You get to be that place where God is known. And this vehicle in which you're walking this world is a vehicle in which you get to bring heaven to earth. This vehicle and this life and this expression in your Dharma is the space where you get to activate grace in your life. Just as a mom calls forth grace to be her highest and best expression, to guide this new soul into this world, you get to, through the same kind of devotion, be that place that is willing to be used by Spirit. But you've got to get yourself out of the way. You have got to get your controlling mind out of there. Because I'll tell you what, grace can't show up in the space that is taken. If you are seeking to have things turn out a certain way and you're not open to the surrender, well, I'm open to surrender, I just want it to heal like this. No. You know, it is trusting, it is surrendering, and realizing that my way is not the only way, that with God there are infinite ways in which Spirit can show up. And when you are operating within that field, in that vibrational place of grace, what is your vibrational match will show up in your world. And if you are activating and living and remembering the grace of your being, then what will show up in your life is the perfect expression for your life lessons at this point in your soul's unfoldment. But you are the one who has to see that. That is the glimpse, that is the glimmer of grace that is ever available to you as you walk this world, trusting and believing that what is yours to do is the place in which you bring forth all of you. Old folklore of a young guy watching the old sage of a small village pulled a water bucket up out of the well on the rope, hand over hand. And the kid ran to the barn and he got a pulley. And he came out to show the old master, this is called a pulley. Let's put it here, and you put the rope on this wheel and you pull it, and it will work so much easier. And the sage resisted in the sense that he said, if I were to do that, my mind would think it's clever. And a cunning mind is going to say it doesn't need my heart or really all my body in this activity. And if I don't have my heart and my soul in the activity, how am I going to be able to bring joy to the water that I bring up? I've got to ask you, what is that water going to taste like without joy? Everything you do is an opportunity to bring forth joy, to bring forth the Spirit. All your activity, all of you is what makes the difference, because you're part of the whole. The Zen often will talk about the moon and all the sky is reflected in the little drop of dew on the blade of grass. And it part of the reflection of it all. Part of reflection. You are part. You're as valuable to the whole reflection of the divine as a little dewdrop or the whole galaxy. See, there isn't any large or small. You are part of the whole expressing. And when you are in that field of grace, it's not about being big or more. It is about being that transparency, that emanation of the presence of God in your life to all your activities, whether you're pulling water out of the well or whether you're folding the blankets under your children at night to put them to bed, or washing dishes, or gardening, emailing, or talking to your business partner. That is the spot in which to know the full expression of God. Gandhi would call it blessed monotony. Thomas Burton talked about life is so simple. all of it is simply transparency for life. And the divine is expressing everywhere. Very simple, everything. It's just transparency expressing the divine, shining the divine everywhere. And so what's important to recognize is I got to get myself out. If I want to experience grace, I can't experience grace how I think it's supposed to be, like I want it in my head so I can talk to you guys on Tuesday. But you know what? It didn't show up for me on Thursday until I had the experience of sitting in that wonderful field of grace. What I am trusting here is that you begin to surrender to how grace and when grace shows up for you. And as you continue to sing the praises and do this dance with the cosmic expression of life, realize you're in a dance with the cosmic expression of grace itself, that you become that place in which that spirit expresses. Because I'll tell you what, the last thing this world needs is more information or another religion. What we need are people who are willing to practice this philosophy. We've done enough studying. We've listened to enough of these. There's enough books out there. What we need are individuals who are willing to be that transparency and that emanation of that graceful expression of God, to be able to be part of the creator of that field of grace, to be able to activate that omnipresent, omnidimensional expression of God, which is seeking to express itself here and now. We don't need anybody else to, just talking it. We need us to live it. You know, our religion starts after the sermon. You know, the character begins when nobody's really looking. That's how you know where your true character is. My mom said, just live by the golden rule and remember you're next. You're the next one who's got to do unto others. You know, and when you do earn your daily bread, remember to share a slice. Maybe I didn't always share a slice. Maybe I wasn't quite as perfect as she led me on to believe. And she must have known I was not perfect. But she really never let on, you know. And that's one of the beautiful things about moms. But as I begin to know more about moms, there's sometimes a question within them as to how graceful of expression they are. And Marv, you got that video clip here, just a couple minutes. I just had this sent to me. It says we asked several moms to come in and do one thing. Describe yourself as a mother.
I'm a perfectionist, and so that's hard with kids.
There's definitely days when I have my doubts about my abilities. Struggle with my temper.
I struggle with how I react with situations. I wish I knew how to, I guess, just calm myself before speaking to them.
I wish I was better at taking time to sit down and just listen more to my child.
I wish I was more confident in being a mom.
I'm not the most patient person in the world.
Patience. Patience is far and away probably the biggest struggle.
I just want them to know just how much I love them.
So a couple days later, we asked the moms to come back in and sit down and see what their kids had to say about them.
My mom is totally awesome. She's fun to snuggle with. Pretty, funny. She does cook a lot of food for me. She's just unique. That's why I love her so much. We go on dates together. We go shopping. She loves me a lot. I have a lot of favorite things about my mom. We like to watch movies together and color and stuff.
We go to church together, we volunteer together.
She is like my heart, I guess you could say, because she's that close to me.
My favorite thing is to jump on a trampoline with my mom. That's my most favorite thing, to go up high.
We get ice cream or something and you go to the nail salon and have fun.
My mommy's my hero. She's pretty and beautiful.
She is my hero.
She just will care about me and just always love me forever.
She's the best.
That's so awesome.
I always seem to focus mostly on the negative, and I guess I can walk out here and say that I'm doing something great and that my child is viewing me in totally different lenses as I view myself. So that's inspiring.
This is my calling. This is my job. This is what I love to do, and I will do it better and with love each and every day because those kids count on me and they love me for what I'm doing.
So on Mother's Day, I just want to encourage you to connect with Mom. Whether she's in this world or only in this world for a little bit longer. My mom, she left this world 10 years ago, and I wish nothing more that I could still hold her hand, put my arm around her, just tell her how much I love her and how great she is. But as I absolutely, it's right now that I see those stories that you remember just is the passage. You can enter into that space of grace and recognize that it's truly omnipresent, omnidimensional. That is through those stories, it's through that field, it's through that grace that Mom can feel your heart, can feel your hug, can feel your love, and you can feel home. Once again, I love you. Happy Mother's Day. Hey, let's keep it going as we bring Nathan and Janice back to the stage.
Before we start, I'd like to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there and everywhere. And my mom is gone, but what a wonderful and beautiful woman she was, and I miss her every day. And I just want to say thank you guys for just having me and Nathan here all these years. We surely are enjoying it. We really are.
Oh, why you look so sad? Tears are in your eyes. Come on and come to me now. Don't be ashamed to cry. Let me see you through. 'Cause I have seen the dark side too. When the night falls on you, you don't know what to do. Nothing you confess could make me love you less. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you.
So if you're mad, get mad. Don't hold it all inside. Come on and talk to me now. Hey, what you've got to hide, I get angry too. Well, I'm a
you, baby, when you're feeling all alone. You won't be on your own. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me into your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you.
I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Take me into your darkest hour. Won't let nobody hurt you. Won't nobody bother you.
I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you.
Stand by you.
I won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let anybody
Never desert you.
Won't let anybody hurt you. I'll stand by you.
Beautiful. Wow. Woo. Powerful. Seaside stands by you as an expression of God. Hey, this is the time of our service where we have the opportunity to unite in our giving and our offering and in our sharing. And know that it's recognized as something that is coming from your heart. And so I invite you to listen to your heart and your soul and be that place in which that Spirit moves through you and supporting Spirit's work in your life as Seaside. And as you give, it comes back. It's not why you give. It's who you are. It is the activity that you are. It's the activity that God is having as your very life. And so with that, I want to invite our ushers to come forward as we do take our gift from our heart and our soul and know that it is an expression, the abundant expression of love. And grace is not something we get, but rather it's something that moves through us. The grace is something that moves out. We've come here to live life and bring our gifts and to share those gifts. And so this is the time of our service that we pause and we do that. And so I'd like us to share together the sharing of our tithes and offerings, which is, Spirit continues to bless my world. Gratefully, I live as the giving expression of Spirit, opening the floodgates of the affluent flow of greater good as my life now. So it is. I'll pray when you get back. And as I stand before this bounty of love and this expression, this wellspring that's coming from the very heart and soul in the center of each and every one of this community, I know truly that the blessings is reciprocated, and for every member of this community, there is the graceful expression, the divine, bringing forth all the relevant expressions that are necessary in the individual lives. And this collective good is received in love and in gratitude and appreciation, and is sent forth into the world under good stewardship, knowing that it continues to bring greater good. So I stand with a sense of appreciation, praise for the blessings of God, activating that wonderful expanding field of grace, and to live within that wonderful field of the divine itself. So it is with a sense of gratitude, I just say thank you, Father, Mother, God, for this opportunity to be part of this wonderful flow of life. And so it is. Amen. All right. Thank you. And this is Lori Gertz, your board treasurer. Keep an eye on those finances at Seaside. Guys, you're fabulous. As always, Seaside Band rocking the house on Mother's Day. And really rocking the house is that's Nathan and Janice. Oh my goodness, you two are fabulous. Love it when you're in the house. And Reverend Fran, always a joy to experience your artistic direction of Seaside. And Dr. Christina, blessings to have you here and sharing the Sunday morning. And I know your wellness group is getting together right afterwards in the Emerson room to go over whatever you guys go over to check in and keep yourselves healthy. Giving us sound today is Matthew. Thank you very much. Giving us the visuals today, Ed. Marv, thank you very much. And giving us the live streaming to the world is Tim Griffin in the back. Great job, Tim. Way to go. And hello to our home viewing audience. We love you. And also, I'm doing a radio show on Monday and Wednesday. You can find the dates. Marv puts them up. You can find them in the bulletin, the program, or our website. So home, listen in, the radio shows. Lots going on at Seaside. I mean, you look in the back, we've got our own fair going on. I mean, Saturday, we got the special needs nexus. There's 40 different individual groups from USC to San Diego and everywhere in between coming to create a resource fair just to bring forth information about special needs. And so that's going on here Saturday. But right now, we have got pavers. If you're thinking of a Mother's Day present, that's a great one. Or we've got cookbooks. That's a great one. And Mardi Gras, Helen, you want to tell us about that? You have got the official Mardi Gras colors on. You are looking fun. You are looking feisty. You are looking festive. So come on up. Tell us what's going on here.
Well, there's a flyer inside Seaside that tells all about Mardi Gras, and it tells, particularly look at the back, because this is really going to be a real Mardi Gras party. We are going to turn this whole building into a New Orleans dance hall, and we're having wonderful crawfish boil out in the garden before. My message to you today is that if you are planning on doing the crawfish boil, we really need to know about it. We also need to know if you're going to do the muffalettas. Has anyone ever heard of muffalettas? Okay, well, for the people who aren't going to the crawfish boil but are going to join us for the dance and entertainment, we have muffalettas. But we need to know, we really need to plan this, because all of this means sending back orders to New Orleans. So this isn't like a regular party. We have to know if you're coming, and we have to know what you want to, how you want to participate. There's a table in the back. Please come back and see us. And you can also sign up online at seasidecenter.org. But let's make this a big party. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right. That is Helen. She is your vice president of the board and captain of the fun around here. So you guys got that. We need to know whether you're coming, and let us know, because they are sending in orders to Louisiana to fly in the crawfish. So it's a real boil thing going on. And, we all have Jay, who's doing the boil next Sunday at the end of the service, do a little crawfish kind of thing, so we can plug the Mardi Gras, but also Gourmets for God. Isn't Gourmets for God, aren't we like getting to the point where you have to get in whether you're going to host or not? Fabulous night is to be had. We're asking people to open up their home for a few individuals to come together and just eat and share stories, deepen the relationship and friendship. And so what we're looking for are individuals to say, sign me up, I'm opening my home. And if you don't know a fun idea, the group will help you come up with one. I mean, like we heard Bill and Cindy, you can go out on a cruise with Captain Cindy and her first mate, Bill, and have a wonderful meal and friendship there. So that's what we're doing. We'd really like for you to sign up. There's only one more week for that. And speaking of food, Lori, what's like next Friday? Where are we having dinner? Hey, there you go. Okay, I'll be there for sure. And I understand you're teaching class on mind-body connection. So Thursday night you can hang out with her. Following Friday we're hanging out with the jazz band. I can keep going, but you know what? I'm going to pray. You know, all these things are wonderful expressions of God, and there's grace everywhere. But I got to tell you, it's in prayer. It's in that praising the Spirit. It is in that cosmic dance with the divine itself that I become a greater vortex for the experience of that flow of the grace of God. For truly it is a blessing that is beyond description. It's ineffable, and that is truly what's going on here and now. For it's omnipresent, that field of grace that I invite each and every one of us to catch a glimpse, to have a field, an inkling, a glimmer, a sense of that love that permeates this community, truly is the divine expressing that is ever available to everyone. And as I'm willing to step into this place in my life, I begin to experience healing. For what I know right now is that I am that expression of the grace of God moving here and now, and see from that place of wholeness, knowing that any of the difficulties in life, that truly they are in their perfect place for the soul's evolution and growth. And what I know right now is that I am able to know and believe that for each and every one who's experiencing a difficulty in their life, there is healing and a shift going on, and that also it brings with it a gift. They're able to stand in the center of the pain or the difficult situation and embrace the gift that is there, no longer trying to battle it, no trying to figure it out, no longer trying to eradicate it, but I'm willing to let go of myself. Let go of that little self that wants to control the outcome and open up to the grace and recognize that right at the center is the gift. And it's in that gift that healing happens. It's in that gift that the transformation unfolds. It is in that gift that there is an experience that is beyond the description, that brings with it a lightness, a smile to the face, a twinkle in the eyes, a joy that is within the heart, a desire to be that place of emanation where there is the sharing of the abundant flow of life itself, that it is not mine to hold on, but I am a transparency. Each and every one of us is that transparency, that conduit for that flow of life to come forth into this world, because we're all one. And it doesn't matter whether it is a little dewdrop or the galaxy itself. It is all reflecting that oneness. And the more that I can come to know the oneness and heal that sense of separation, because I got this earth suit, I come to recognize that it is the consciousness that animates this earth suit, that it allows that invitation, that activates, that remembers the truth of who I am, which is God expressing here and now, that I am the beloved itself that walks this world. And the more that I know that, the more that you know that, the more that are in your world will see that and see the wholeness of your being. And with this flow, healing happens. I need not go into long, extended analysis. I can just be that place where it's in this new pulse, that all that is unlike the divine vibration falls away. It is in this new field of grace that anything unlike it falls away. I begin to grow and evolve and expand into my new call into this world in which I walk. And what I know for each and every one in this community is that there is wholeness. There is divine healing. There is a wonderful expression and expansiveness within relationship, for the divine is having its way. And as I can feel this vibration, and as I can know it without an unshakable conviction, I surround those 270 young women in Nigeria with a love and a grace and a power. For what I can do is know that the presence of God is there, and that wherever I am, the graceful field of spirit is, and it is omnipresent. So right where these girls are, they are within this field right now. They are safe, they are protected, and they are loved, and they can feel that love. And there is something that is taking place that releases these individuals to their soul expression here on this world. And for our dear sister church who asked today of me for us to pray, and for those that are in the Ukraine, that Barbara Leger, who is one of the ministers who has graced our stage many times. We know that her prayer request from the Ukraine today is already honored, that she asks that we pray from love, not for love, that we pray from peace, not for peace, that we pray from a deep knowingness of a divine resolution that is beyond the old models of resolution, that truly that the blessings and the grace of God is emerging within their country, and that all are safe there now. And it is an honor to be called to stand as a witness to the truth in all those situations, difficult or what seems not to be. For truly in that field of grace, there is no large or small. There is only God. And I stand in this kind of knowingness that omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent expression of life is my life, is your life, And it's in this realization I say thank you. Thank you not to anyone or anything. It's just a sense of gratitude and recognition that just makes me smile and makes me giggle. It makes me remember that I can connect with love. I can connect with those that are no longer in this world, and I can connect with those that are. I'm just so grateful to be that clear expression of the divine made manifest as I bring heaven to earth. I let go in grace, appreciation, thanksgiving, and praise that the truth is that I'm activated, and you're activated, and we bring this wonderful vibration of grace to all we do. So it is. Amen. Nice job this morning.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I did not know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged and trying to make it through just another day, you gotta let it go, let it all go. And this is what we have to say. Come on, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. You know there's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. You know that I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. I'm only here for God, and there's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. Free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Seaside, me and the choir. Only here for, you know there's no more struggle, no more strife. Faith, I see the light. Free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here. Yes, I'm only here. Yes, I'm only here. Yes, I'm only here. Oh, I'm only here. I'm only here.
All right. And on behalf of all the moms, thank you guys so much for these flowers. It means so much to us all. So thank you, thank you. Hey, with that, let's say together our affirmation. Grace guides my life. Together, grace guides my life. Touch your heart and say that. Grace guides my life. One more time. Grace guides my life. And our song of grace.
Living in love, I'm living in peace. I'm living my life for what I believe. Through joy and through fears, in this world I walk. God's grace shines on me, and it shines on us all. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We're living in love. We're living in peace. United we stand as one family. We honor all truth as together we walk. God's grace moves through me, and it moves through us all. We are living in grace. Oh, living in grace. grace. We are living